So I am passing the night in Paris, and I'm about to head off for my third day. We took the hotel for a night. We will be comfortable here, Monsieur Fogg remarked, but travelling overnight will often be more efficient. So we must board for the longest journeys available. Perhaps, he replied. The short answer indicated, I think that one-day journeys might offer more flexible in their timing, but could allow for more connections. Still, the surrounding hotel Ritz were more enjoyable. Or most enjoyable. Alright, yep, Amsterdam. Let's embark. Hire a second car. Because I don't want to get rid of the bags. We need to keep the stuff so that we can change it another time. We found a member of Croquemont's guild to carry us to Amsterdam. She loaded the cases onto the back, stroked the boiler, and took off at high speed amongst the coastal roads, swerving around each corner with considerable skill, and I think a touch of recklessness. I clung on tight. This would be a terrific ride. Your character is now presentable. News. Pickpocketing rife at Paris World's Fair. Oh, that might have been me. Although she dropped it. Once or twice the metal-rimmed wheel lifted the cars clear from the road on one side, only to bump down after a chuck and puff more of the engine. We were jolted around like so much poultry, the wind whipped through our hair. A fabulous way to travel! The Polish interior bloke who had first attached the perfectly decent locomotive engine underneath the firmly wooden crate was clearly a genius. My good friend, if we are not designed to be valid until the day I have grey hairs in my ear, I would become a car driver, a glad and a rich famous around the mountains of South France every day between the hours of 2 and 6. Does such a role exist? Perhaps I will invent it if not. Toot toot! I watched the driver as we rode, hoping to learn her secret should I get the opportunity to drive for myself. Your character is now polished. And we are at Amsterdam! Oh my god, I know from that way. The bank? We must visit the bank, monsieur. Do you have additional funds? I am a gentleman. They would extend my credit if required, he replied. But do you suppose I put my entire fortune into a carpet bag under your supervision? I did not answer. I regarded the manager of the bank as we entered, a small sweaty man who greeted us with, you wish to withdraw funds? I warn you it may take some time. It's Thursday. We cannot afford even a single day, I declared. Alright, that's fine. Market. Worth. Wow, we need to go there. Gentlemen. Part of the air travel set. Yes, please. Wait, no, that's valuable here. Oh, yeah, let's sell. Europe carriages. I'll take you. Is the shaving kit worth anything? Trousers. Part of an English wardrobe. Gentlemen's. No? Wow, that's worth a lot in merchant. Let's see if we can get back down to merchant. I don't know if we can though. Berlin and merchant. Yes, we can. Cool. And then we go all the way down to Rome. I can do that. That works out fine. Wow. Oh my god. Where's Carol? we need to negotiate that one. Negotiate. Yes, tomorrow will be fine. Let's sleep. Though the people of Amsterdam move around the cattle-side streets with a sense of optimism and good cheer, one look at their building tells another story. Perhaps 200 years ago this was the centre of the world, but these days Zulu diamond fields have drawn away the trade of Europe, and the importance of Amsterdam is a little faded. The sympathy, Monsieur France's own position has been quite curious since the War of Prussia, which did not, to put it mildly, resolve in our favour. Would I walk among the sieve one day, thinking back to our days of lost glory? I did not think I would find help given the all too understandable Dutch suspicion of a smiling French face, and the resolve to think that the best way to make a hasty departure from Amsterdam. There was, of course, the route following the canal south, in particular, the route towards the Rhine, although I fear to end up in München after nearly a week of travel would hardly please my hard-driving master. So many choices, all that remained was I could choose how best to depart. I don't need to go to Berlin. No, let's go to Berlin. Move up. Alright, I'm gonna lose a bit of health, but that's okay. We can sleep and regen it at some point, hopefully. Our next leg was another short trip in a car, bound in, eager to get started. We hired the same driver as before. "You two," she explained. "Get in." As we departed Amsterdam for Berlin, I begged Monsieur Fogg to allow me to turn the wheel. He looked to our driver, who smiled and happily moved to one side. The wheel beneath my hands was like nothing I experienced before. Such a responsibility, knowing the slightest sneeze could send us veering into a ditch. The mechanisms of the car was quite quickly grasping. The lever produced forward movement, the sideways lever controlled the gears and hence rate of power. The wheels, of course, was to be turned rapidly at all times to release steam into the pistons. We made good time, though at the end of the day my palms were scorched and red hot. Now I know why drivers wear gloves. Greetings, driver. I cannot drive well if you talk to me. It says that my timetable, we can travel from Berlin to München. You mentioned carriages. We've been told one can travel by Peregrine along the Grand Truck Road from Kabul to Algeria. What else do you know about Algeria? You might be interested in the last bank in Algeria has closed. Is there a route from Accra to Algeria? You talk a lot, don't you? Damn it. Alright, we're arriving at Berlin! Which I'm not going to this summer. I don't know, I might be, we never know. We made a good progress in the car. Toot, my friend, toot! Finally, we came upon sights of tilted roofs and harbours and the smell of heron. We had arrived in Berlin. Friday. Yeah, that's fine by me. How do I... tomorrow before 6 PM. Oh. I think Berlin would be a good place to stay anyway. It's just the 80 days part. We haven't really done much. We stay for the night in the hotel. Adon or Ater den Litin, the main boulevard of the central Mitting district. From the window, the Branmer gate was lit by upturned gas lamps. I went for a nightly stroll along the avenue, past groups of people drinking at low tables. I sat down beside a pair of ladies who were each trying to outdrink the other. I kept score for them, as jug by jug they slid slowly underneath the outdoor table and into the cobblestone beneath, and the evening was righteous, and I learnt from my new friends, Adele and Claudia, the Miskin could be reached from Warsaw aboard the Busker Express. Well headed. Nice. I'm going to, it opens then, so I'm going to go to the market and see if I can sell stuff. Open. That sells a lot from Muchin. Here we go. We don't need you now. Oh, Caribbean timetable, I like that. Apart from Railway Man set. Let's do it. Alright, let's oh crap guys, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to talk that. Havana, Miami. Oh, look at America! More routes. Explore. Oh wow, because I sold the... Shouldn't have sold that. Damn it, I messed up. Like, really badly. Berlin, they tell me, well, Berlin, they tell me was once filled with glorious sounds of people speaking French. Not so anymore. Now there is nothing but... It seemed so foul in the streets we did not go out, but stayed in our lodgings, consulting paramedics on the railway networks of the world that we delivered to our rooms by strange systems of connected level pole. It made for interesting reading. It was more interesting in mechanisms. I found it was always worth understanding machines and not simply relying on them. And after a few hours I had successfully taken one belt apart and put it back together again. Being a true gentleman, Monsieur Fogg envisaged no similar courtesy. The afternoon turned into evening and we finished our explorations of Berlin. Relationship with Frog has strengthened slightly. Depart. Muchin. Alright. We crossed from Muchin to Berlin as a patched up steam carriage. The smoke plummeled out of the back through a tail of iron chimney, leaving the soot-smudged wake as trail behind us like a flag. Our driver, Christoph, could not stop talking of his father, who was an engineer driver, and he had been promoted. The Castle has merged as a state railway into rich railway. He told us promptly, "We have the most efficient steam of all Europe." Good! What of the Oriental Express, I asked. He grinned. The parts near Germany work well. The rest of the line will no doubt be excellent once it is finished. Okay, conversation. Greetings, Christoph. Don't worry, you won't distract me from the road. Mutchen. What do you know about Mutchen? Mutchen is doing very well these days, I hear. Yeah, Mutchen to Venice. Is it possible to go from Mutchen to Venice? Yes, one can travel in a private car from Mutchen to Venice, but the journey is a tiring. Venice to Rome. Is it possible to go from Venice to Rome? Yes, one can drive in a public carriage from Venice to Rome. Now, anyway, do you like trains? Indeed. I do. They are indeed comfortable. So do I. I do not mind driving, but trains would be better. Do tell me more about Venice. Also, you can obtain Paris marks in Venice. They will sell for a fortune in Italia. Alright, so what about Venice to Nice? Is it possible? Seems unlikely to me. Venice to Belgrade? Possibly, but there is neither bank nor market in Belgrade. So then seems like the best option. Maybe we can get a boat from Rome? I don't know. One man passing called out, "You are English!" "Indeed we are." "Pip pip," he called back, a crude imitation of a frog's accent, and he and his fellows about laughing as we left them far behind. I laughed too. I saw my frog's eyebrow climb a short distance from his face. Oh god. That probably wasn't good. One can drive in a public carriage. I don't know if it's smart for us to go Rome or not. I'm in Mutchen, so... We'll pass the night here. Yes, we will. I have previously noted that Franco-Prussian War had continued but a year previously, and thus my French accent was a disadvantage during our short time in München. The congress of our hotel was most suspicious when I approached the desk. I did not care for politics myself, what was emitted a nation to me. Still, in order to avoid any untowardness, I spoke very little. As possible during our stay, I tried to adopt a Germanic rather than a francophone expression to match, with perhaps mixed success, if Monsieur Fogg's faintly quizzled look were any measure zestful apparently. Alright, thank you guys for watching. I'm going to stop the game here and see you guys in the next video. I am in Mutchen. I'm not 100% sure where I'm going to go. Maybe exploring will give me some options. I'm not sure. Please like, comment and subscribe. Check out a few of my other videos. There's tons of series going on at the moment, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye guys!